Mother Teresa said this: I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. Together, we can do great things. In this episode, let's talk about building bridges of trust. Welcome to Essentially You, the weekly podcast in 5 minutes or less designed to help you advance your career and grow professionally. My name is Mark Mathia, and I believe that if you can rock your work, you can love your life. Welcome to the show. This week I had the honor of meeting our 26th United States Secretary of Defense, Jim Mattis. When asked what we need to do to stabilize things that are going on around the globe, he simply said this: allies, allies, allies. It struck me that in business I've been saying the same thing. Build bridges, bridges, bridges. You see, I believe in bridges, and apparently in life, we're either builders or we're wreckers. But how do we know which one we are? Well, here's some ways that we can tell if we're a builder of relationships or a wrecker of relationships. Number one, our approach. Our approach, what are we expecting as we go into that session? Oftentimes, expectations lead to disappointments, especially if they weren't clearly articulated or if there wasn't enough work done prior to the meeting to give everyone a fair shake. Oftentimes, our approach matters, and what we're expecting counts. Number two, what's our motives? What do we want to take from the session? And if we go in with the motives to take or gain something from it, oftentimes it feels like we either win or lose at the end of those sessions. And boy, we need to really check those, because keeping our motives in line also helps us clearly understand what a win-win can look like in those sessions. And number three, it's a big one. What's our reaction once the session is over? Say you had a meeting with somebody and you walk away angry. Now, instead of just walking away angry, venting, and moving on, begin to measure those reactions. And is that the reaction you want to have every time you meet with this individual? That's where we can set our approach, our motives, and our reactions. Use it as a measuring device to know if we're a builder or wrecker. If you are a wrecker, you will know that you walk away angry. Your approach is going to be high expectations, and your motives is always to gain something from the conversation. However, if you're a builder, it'll be just the opposite. Now, here are 3 ways that we can put ourselves consistently in position to build bridges of trust at work. Number 1, just turn those expectations into aspirations. You see, there's a big difference between an expectation and an aspiration. Even when you sit in your first session with this person that you're meeting with or whatever's going on, and you say, I have an aspiration that we will do great work together, and that this is, you see, you set a clear picture and begin to unpack what's possible in the relationship. Number 2, change your motivation. That soundtrack needs to change from what can I take to how can I serve. Now, if you're worried about getting all the work dumped on you, I would say double down, keep serving. Because like Zig Ziglar said, we can have everything we want in life if we just help enough other people get what they want in life. And number 3, those reactions that I was talking about when you walk away, get clinical about those and measure them. What were they? Why were they? And what would you like to do different to improve those reactions? Seek and identify your reactions and use it as fuel for clarity. You know, I believe that Mother Teresa is absolutely right. We can do great things together. But it's going to take a deeper understanding of how we can every day at work build bridges of trust and pull people together. When we can do that by turning expectation to aspiration, changing motivation to how can I serve, and measuring our reaction and using that as a tool to grow, then I believe we put ourselves in the best possible position to keep on rocking our work, doing big things, and loving our life. And now it's your turn to get out there and rock your work so that you can love your life. Not every job is going to be your dream job. I get that. However, if you can use your strengths every day and you know your stuff, the sky is the limit. If you've liked what you've learned, will you consider subscribing on iTunes and leaving a review? I'd sure appreciate it. Until next week, I'm cheering for you.